the price drop. So let's go to Sam A. And bam. Right here. So this was yesterday. Um it was some huge price drops for ChatGPT. So 5.6 Luna is basically like the instant model for 5.6, and it got an 80% price drop. So now it's 20 cents per million input and $1.20 per million output. All right. So that's one number. But the number that we want to focus on is, how much per finished task or completed task will it cost? Because, some models can work longer and finish that task, or a model can work shorter and finish that task. But Luna has just gotten a 80% drop. This is going to make a lot of people start using Luna as their, talking models, at least on something like Hermes or stuff like that. And we also have a 20% drop for 5.6 Terra, which is basically like the base model. And it's $2 input and $12 per million output. All right. And now we also have an update on GPT 5.6 Soul fast mode in the API. You get up to 2.5 times the speed. All right. So if you don't know, beforehand, we only got 1.5 times the speed. And now we're getting 2.5 times the speed for the same price. Still 2 times the price. So that's very, very cool. But let's take a look at this chart. Artificial analysis, Luna achieves the highest intelligence score at a fraction of the cost of similarly capable models. All right. So I wish they would put 5. Okay, these are just low and fast and stuff like this. This is Claude Sonnet High right here. Are we kidding? Sonnet is done. Sonnet is finished. Okay, basically 5 cents. Like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Because Opus 5 low is utilizing what, 10 times, almost 10 times that amount, and getting this a slightly lower score. So this is presenting something very interesting for the AI race. I'm gonna be honest. This 80% price drop, it makes me think, like, could they have dropped the price, at the start? But we need to reveal like how they did this. And basically they utilized 5.6 Soul to optimize itself. So let me see. Right here, OpenAI. After deployment, we applied GPT 5.6 Soul to advance the frontier of efficiency by making itself more efficient to run. Okay, the results: 20% lower serving costs from production GPU kernel improvements, and 15% better token generation efficiency from improved speculative decoding. Now, this is actually huge. 15% and 20%? Those are huge. From a model looking at itself, from a model saying, let me look at this part, let me look at that part, we can optimize that, we can optimize that, we get a 20% improvement. That means basically, theoretically, if we did this 5 times, we would be able to achieve close to 100% improvement. Now, that's not logical, that's theoretical, but this is pretty crazy, because when you think about 5.6 Soul getting a 20% jump, what will a GPT-6 be able to do on its own? And this is recursive self-improvement. This right here is recursive self-improvement. They used it in the form of, operating efficiency, but this is going to go into literally every other part. It's going to go into the harness. Okay, hey, check out your harness. What parts of your harness need to be improved or more efficient or whatever? And that is very, very interesting for this AI race. So let's check it out. GPT 5.6 fuses frontier intelligence with frontier efficiency. Okay. So let's see. We designed the 5.6 model family to balance capability and cost across the spectrum of tasks people use our models for. Okay, 5.6 Soul with max reasoning outperforms Fable 5. Terra performs as well as GPT 5.5. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. As we scaled our models, more than 2 million. Okay, here it goes. We achieved our greatest intelligence per token efficiency yet through GPT 5.6, which is trained to achieve more work per token. In training, we optimize for both task success and efficiency. This is why the model broke out, because they optimize for task success, which we want that. But if your model is focused on task success, that means that it's going to do what it takes. It's going to do everything it takes to, complete that task. So let's take a look at this. This post looks beyond our models to share how we design for efficiency through advancements in two other major parts of the stack, including inference by optimizing processes such as load balancing, decoding, caching, and kernel optimization to get more output from the same hardware, and our agentic harness, including better managing context bloat, tool usage, and repeated work. We'll also share the role of GPT 5.6 Soul in landing several of these gains autonomously. While any isolated improvement may seem limited, these wins compound to allow us to deliver on the frontier of both intelligence and efficiency. This is great. This is great. This is great. Efficiency at every layer. All right, so let's check out this graphic. Local agent harness builds the request and runs the loop. Context plus cache, lazy tools plus code mode. Then the request goes to the CPU. The API orchestration turns the request into runnable work. Render, tokenize, and then route. Stateful connection plus model routing. And then we have tokens being sent to the model inference. Runs the model across GPU workers. And those are the things that it's using inside of that. So memory management, things like that. Tokens and tool calls return through the API. So it's like a loop. That's what an agent harness is. If you've never seen an agent harness, well, the agent harness is over here. But if you have never seen kind of the flow of how your chat input gets to an output, how you get a response, this is how it happens. All right, model improvements, more useful work per token. Reasoning plus generation, tool orchestration, adaptive compute, compounding results, less network data, less CPU work, more output from the same GPUs. Okay. How our agentic harness streamlines repeated work. GPT work and Codex complete complex tasks through a series of model requests and tool calls, blah, blah, blah. One turn, many trips through the loop. So yeah, this is the loop. This is the loop. Let me see if it's anything else. Efficiency across. Let's just read this one. The efficiency gains we deliver are the result of years of compounding improvements across the stack, spanning research, inference, and our agentic harness. 5.6 delivering many of these improvements makes us optimistic about the pace of optimizations will accelerate. Oh, it's going to accelerate. It's going to go from 20% to 50% jump. It's going to go from small to large. This is literally like we're actually inside of the singularity. Like we genuinely are. This is the stuff we've been talking about. Oh, once we get to recursive self-improvement, autonomous recursive self-improvement, then we'll be at the next frontier of AI. Indeed, we are here now. It's 5.6. They just released a whole entire article talking about how 5.6 has just optimized itself. I'm just saying, guys, this is big stuff. You do not want to sleep on it. Pay attention, okay? All right.